All right. Well, hello everybody. So I have a guest on my channel today, Jason. Hello, Jason. How are you doing?
Good, good. And you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So super excited to have you, and you have like really like you have really incredible story. And I, on this live stream, I really wanted my audience to like get to know you, get to know your story because um I think a lot of software developers, right? Like we are sitting really on the gold mine because like we can do so much with our skill set. Like we can do consulting, we can do mentoring, we can teach others how to do what we do. We can do personal development. Like there are so many opportunities, and and do our corporate job or not do our corporate job. So we literally have all the wonderful choices. So, well, let's start with tell us who you are, what you
Yeah.
do, what is your background?
Yeah. All right. So I'm Jason Duban. I am a self-taught iOS developer. I've been a developer for a little bit over 3 years now. I started off I ran into a YouTube video and somebody was programming and I always had an interest in it and I got into it. And from there, the ball kept rolling. And I've always had an interest in entrepreneurship and I guess, hustling a bit and like trying to find interesting ways I find building a business and entrepreneurship pretty fun. So that was always something of my interest, and also software development was also another one of my interests. So that's kind of what led me to where I am now.
Yeah, like that. That's amazing. Like, I love your background. I love that you self taught, and also a little bit of a background how Jason and I met. Or like got introduced. I think I followed you on X, well, Twitter. I still call it Twitter. And then we connected on LinkedIn. And then I came to your podcast.
Yeah, I saw you on the internet. I'm pretty sure I saw you on Twitter, and I had a podcast, which just so have the iOS Dev podcast. And I was like, oh, it's a career coach. It'd be interesting guest to have and just talk to. So I reached out and yeah, you were doing a lot of stuff on like the internet that I really liked. So I just reached out and see if you were interested in being on the show.
Yeah. So and like I'm super glad that we're connected. And your path, like really what you do like for the community is like and such a it's such a meaningful job because yeah, somebody asked me, like actually one of my clients asked me, like, okay, like, but how do we deal with the competition? But here's the thing, the only person that you can compete is yourself. In the past you can just get better because everything is changing, especially in the tech world, right? Like we see some tech mentors, like they rise and then like they pivot or they do something different. What I've been noticing in iOS space, I there's not the whole lot of content creation, like creators, like really who talk about iOS. Like they kind of like they were shining like in around 2018, 2000, maybe 19, and then it kind of like everybody kind of
Yeah.
got quiet except for maybe a few creators. So like that's why I'm noticing. So like the only competition that you can beat is yourself, really. So can you tell me can you tell us a little bit of where you like so Jason, he decided to enroll into my pilot coaching program for entrepreneurs from coaches or consultants who would like to launch their business, and for software developers I have a special offer. You can actually have two programs for the price of one. You can have career legacy because a lot of stuff that I teach in career legacy is related to is your legacy that you're gonna build the to entrepreneurship. All
Right.
right.
Sorry.
All right. Well, hey, like, Technical issues. Actually, it's
Yeah,
funny. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and it's a little like woo woo podcast. It's like related to like intuition and personal development and astrology. And the lady said, like, we're going to experience some problems with the internet. So I'm not surprised.
I, yeah.
So, kind of
So where
back to
were
what
we?
I was saying, that you decided to enroll into my program, and for software developers is a combo, right? It's because career legacy and launch that offer is really business oriented, how like really market your business. But really, a lot of developers, if they really start building or tune in their legacy, what they have in their software development career, then it can boost their like business as well. So can you tell me a little bit where you were before you joined my program? What were you doing?
Yeah,
Like, what was your situation?
yeah, yeah. So I had before I fully answered that, I had something about you mentioned about the iOS content. That's kind of what inspired me to start it. That there wasn't that many, especially when I was on the path learning. I wish I would like there would have been like a podcast or something I could have listened to while I was on that journey, and that's what kind
Mm-hmm.
of inspired me that. And jumping to where I was before, let's see. So before I had a few months ago. Oh yeah, but a few months before we met, I had left my job to go like the freelancing route, slash entrepreneur route. And with that, I was focused on building apps for people. I had a few clients, and also I um I was building a course. I was building some few. I built a few courses that I was selling them on like Teachable,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that was those were like my main focuses, and of course I had the podcast, and yeah, that's where I was before.
Okay. Yeah. And when you join my, like, first of all, what inspired you to like really bet on yourself and invest in your business, because it is an investment. Like, because
Yeah,
and we're
uh,
going to talk about that a little bit
yeah,
later, because a lot of new entrepreneurs say like, I'm going to try it myself. And um it's like a surgeon, or like it's like a doctor say like, well, like, let me try it myself, because like all I can do just like talk to people and prescribe them like rest and Tylenol, and see if I can cure people this way. And then if it doesn't work or somebody dies, then I might go to medical school, like, and yeah, like fully commit to my skills. So what inspired you to really bet on yourself and invest in your business and invest in this journey for you?
well, what inspired? Well, first, what happened was like we met, and you mentioned like having like a or building like a coaching program, and that was something I never really thought of, to be honest, because I was like interested in like the courses, and that seemed like an interesting model and way to go. Although since basically since you brought up the idea, I pondered on it, and I started thinking about it, and it made quite a bit of sense. So that kind of led to me like considering it more, and then also having the career coaching as part of the program helped as well, because at that time I was thinking about going back into the field to secure a job, just to just because it made more sense to have something that would that could be paying, like you get paid like a pretty decent amount being a developer,
Hmm.
like a really good amount. So that made a lot more sense to do that while building a side business.
Yeah. And there are a lot of business coaches out there, and I'm certainly not the one who will tell you like, hey, quit your job, bet on your business. Like, corporate
I did
is
that.
like, it's like, it's also, I think, when we're thinking about entrepreneurship, I think it is very important to understand what is your definition of success and what is your owner intent. Like, do you want to go full time on your business? Because yes, you have more freedom, you make more impact, but also entrepreneurship, it's a roller coaster sometimes, and it's emotional roller coaster sometimes. sometimes there are days that like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
I wish I just had like stable paycheck to paycheck. I know that every single like every 2 weeks I'm gonna have that paycheck. But when you are an entrepreneur, you can have like on a you can have like 50K a day, and then depending on your business model, you might on the dry months. And then how do you manage your emotions? How do you manage your
Yeah.
finances? That's
Yeah,
such a big topic.
it's real tricky, because every situation is different. And I mean, I'm glad I did it, and I'm still like I'm still not in a what's it called? It's not like I'm in a job now where I don't have time to do anything. It's actually really flexible, which has been great. So, but it's a really interesting experience and experiment that I went through,
Yeah.
and
Well, tell us about your experience. So, when you enroll in my program and we're still working together, what was your experience? What was your like? What was it like for you?
the experience went really well. I it was what's it called? Because I decided to like make the leap, right, and like go for it.
Hmm.
So I did that, and then we kind of just hit the ground running, right? Because we basically had to build my coaching program from scratch because I didn't have one, and you kind of walked me through the process on doing so, and that was really helpful. And actually, yeah, like you hadn't, if it's something you've never done before, then having somebody there would really helpful, especially someone who's already done it and
Hmm.
who has worked with other coaches before and kind of has an idea of how things flow and go.
Yeah, and so a lot of well, in tech, it's very popular that you have some sort of like $100 course, and we have a bunch of them, and you hope that like they will somehow like sell and scale, which is like there are different business models, right? Like there's a high ticket business model. When you sell high ticket, either it's like it can be a course, it can be a program or mentorship program, coaching program, or it can be like a bunch of low ticket courses. But like there's a different marketing behind it, right? And
Yeah,
also like if you don't have a large following and large
yeah,
email list, like
yeah,
selling like $100 course, that's like that's going to be
yeah,
challenging. So
yeah,
what
yeah.
like
The economics, like you really need a large, you need large volume, basically a high volume in order to make a like $100 course or yeah, basically any course around that range to work.
yeah. And so what what inspired you to really um continue with the like or transform rather your course, that you have more in tailored personalized mentorship or coaching program where you can directly impact people, directly help people? What was that trigger? Like, you know what, like I'm just gonna work, I'm just gonna do it with people and do it with them versus do it yourself. Just like, here's the
Yeah.
course, follow the course and do it yourself.
Um, I'd say one of the biggest because I had been doing courses for I'd say almost 6 months,
Hmm.
and well, actually probably longer. And I kind of noticed there's like a lot involved in in filming and actually building out a really good course, and then you have to edit it yourself, and that kind of and you have to do it constantly because technology is always changing, right? So you can't just
Hmm.
build one and like it's always there, which is the dream, right? Like, you just build it once and then it'll print money. But
Hmm.
it's and again another thing too is I have a decent audience, but I didn't have a large audience. And if like you reverse engineer the numbers, like if let's say you want to do I don't know, I guess 10K a month is a really solid number because that's like 100K a year, right? At least.
Yeah, like something like that, like 10K, 20K, like yeah.
So then if you do 10K a year for $100 course, you need like 100 students, 100 buyers each month, and
Mhm.
that is like, for at least in my experience, that is you need to be marketing like crazy or have a large audience, and I didn't have a large audience, and I didn't have the bandwidth to be marketing like a madman. So that's kind of what made me shift to the high ticket.
Yeah, yeah, like, and also, my take on courses, because I decided not to do like career development course. I decided to do it with the people. One of my reasons is that I don't know who will finish my course or not, and it's up to my client, absolutely 100%. But when I am with them and in my career coaching program, Career Legacy, like I can literally see what people, because we talked about it on our last coaching session, like what do you do when you have curriculum, when you have like core, like the base, the course that people can follow, because there will be a bank of information, like the core knowledge that everybody absolutely have to learn and study. But what do you do after that? After that, you check the state of your group, you check the temperature, and if you see, and like depending what you're targeting, what you're doing, like let's say people are not creating content and people are not showing up as experts, so you bring up to that coaching call and say, hey, like like this is what is missing. Or if somebody is lacking, let's say, like technical knowledge, and for us it's easier for you and me to relate to that, because like we both work in tech, and you bring that more, versus in the course. A lot of people don't finish courses. Like I bought
Yeah,
like um, almost a
that's true.
$1,000 course, and I only watched two videos, and like I'm a little embarrassed to say that it was a Python course. And you probably know that
It's
person, like Kazi, clever Kazi. He does a lot of like
I think so.
Python develop.
Clever programmer.
Yeah, clever programmer. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, and it's something interesting about courses is people don't value it as much. And also another thing too is you're basically competing on price. Well, one of like you end up competing on price, and because there's just so many, like what's gonna make your course different. So you end up competing
mm,
on price, and what I've realized is when you compete on price, it's a race to the bottom.
yes,
That's
yes,
that's that's a saying by somebody, but I don't know who. But it's been true in my experience.
yes. And this is what I like about like really do stuff with people, do it with you, because I don't compete for the prize. Like I offer a very unique experience, either to entrepreneurs to build your business from scratch, or to like software developers, like to really stand out as an industry experts and really like get promotion, get jobs, and get to the next level. Because I mean, yeah, other tech mentors and tech coaches and like kind of do similar things, yes. But again, like each and every of us is different, and it's not like price competition, because if somebody does it for $20 per like membership, you don't know what kind of level of access you have to that mentor, versus when people pay or make higher investment, they have like better access, better support, better like but like better transformation. So as you are continue with your entrepreneurial journey, what, and like we're still working together, what, like let's say, what your first results that you got out of the combo that you got out of my coaching program?
My first results in terms of oh, like external result. Like, what do you mean by
Yeah,
first
external.
result?
Like you can share your internal results, because
Um,
like also it's like who do you
yeah,
need to become, and
yeah.
your external results.
Yeah.
Like your clients, your
Oh,
marketing, like
yeah.
your
So
how
one of
you
my
get
result, like
noticed.
my LinkedIn group substantially since I got more active, and that's been really helpful. Yeah, and that helped me like land my first client through LinkedIn. And yeah, that was one of the big ones. And having the curriculum helped too, when being on the search and just looking for new and interesting opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Just having that there for to just like brush up and make sure my stuff is like as good as it can be.
Mm-hmm.
That helped like get recruiters coming in and things like that.
Yeah. And also, it's kind of what I'm telling my clients inside of Career Legacy, because the basically Career Legacy, this is this is really kind of not necessarily pre-requirements, but kind of, because um, I'm teaching a lot of similar concepts, right? Showing like building your authority, like knowing the
Yeah,
level of awareness of your network. And
yeah,
like the only difference is just like the content strategy is different, because like as an entrepreneur, right? And you, when you do organic content marketing, you produce a lot more content, versus as a software engineer, like you have a little bit more diversity there. And like it, like really who is your target. uh and Yeah, like I like that you said that, because um when I initially created it, like my career coaching program, like that's like, and I was thinking like, what do I call it? Like it's my legacy, because I built my coaching business on my legacy, because I was really good my corporate career. I was really good at helping others with their corporate career, and then it birthed career legacy. And then I decided to, like, you know what, like there are probably other software developers, there are probably other individuals just like myself who have that legacy and who have that passion for entrepreneurship. Why not I just like market it as a back end offer? And like it took a lot of like bravery for me, like really to start talking about it in like in public like that. So
hmm
my next question to you: what would you say to people who say, um, absolutely, I understand that I need to invest in my business, and but let me try to do it myself for maybe for a couple of months, and then like after I get my first client, or maybe like after I have a few clients, I will hire you. What would you say to those people?
I would say. I mean, I always don't. I don't knock somebody who wants to try it on their own, but then at the same time, it's always like the trade off, right? Like, are you? I value and I would rather pay for. Like, I value time over money, so I'd rather speed up things by investing in it, like investing in something that's gonna help me get there faster,
Mm-hmm.
and also investing in something where it's somebody who's already obtained or has experience obtaining what I am going for, basically.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it is so sad to like, because I had those conversations a few times, and normally what ends up happening, it's not the question of money, right? I mean, investment is always there, right? The price, like the price number is always there, but it's not really the question, can I or can I afford it? Or because, like, listen, like, I, when it comes to when it comes to the price, like the pilot program is like, in my opinion, it is super reasonable considering what is out there, considering what other business coaches like charge, like 10 to 20 to 50K for their program. So like that pilot program is super, like it is, it is super accessible for people who like, okay, I need to start to building my business, I need to build my core competency, I need to build my core skills. And and at the same time they don't have to like invest like 20 50K just to learn the basics. Like it is an investment, but it's more so more accessible investment for the people. But also what I've seen, the people from the people who said, "Oh, I'm going to try it on my own," or let me see if I can get my first client. Normally, after a few months, like they give up on their businesses before their businesses start working, because, like, again, business is not overnight success, and it is a repetitive work, and it is a lot of analysis, because like you and I, like every single session, like, okay, like, now let's tune in your messaging. Let's not talk to unqualified candidates, because, like, okay, like, full Calendly like your Calendly is booked, and you have a lot of calls, but who you're talking to, if you like, if your calendar is booked with unqualified people, then again we need to pivot. Like, I'd rather you to have fewer calls, but like with the high quality leads, high quality people. But it's a commitment issue, right? Because people want to build and make a bigger and larger impact, and they can. But in order to build impact, they need to be comfortable with uncomfortable. And betting on yourself, like you did, is not comfortable. Entrepreneurship, like, there's nothing comfortable about entrepreneurship. And also, like, if you've been running your business for a few months, if you've been marketing your business for a few months, and nobody is coming, and like you don't see significant results, like, what's going to change in 3 months? You're not gonna,
Yeah.
like, you're not doing the work, unless you're doing something. If nothing changes, nothing changes. My second my next question for you, it's kind of about the price point, because, like, listen, I think no matter what the price tag is, people always gonna say it's too expensive. For the people who say that, like the price is indeed an issue, what you can like, what are your thoughts? What can you say to them?
To what the price is an issue for in terms of what price of what? Sorry.
Like, for the price for the program, if they say, like, oh, like, it's a little bit too
Oh,
expensive, like, oh,
of
I'm
your
not ready
program?
to invest. Yeah.
Oh, um, huh. What would I say to them? Well, I mean, that's that's interesting. I guess I would ask them to reflect on why do they think that,
Hmm.
and it's
Well, let's say,
because
like, well,
we
like, it's just a lot of money. Normally, it's just
yeah
people, like, well, like, on the surface, what people say, like,
yeah
it's just a lot of money.
yeah yeah because I'm assuming these people have like some sort of income, right? Like they have money, like financial like what do you call it? They have money to spend in a sense,
Yeah,
and
like,
we spend
discretionary
money on
income,
things
like,
we usually spend money on things we value, right? So
yes.
is their business something that they well, I don't want to say that they don't value, but is growing their business and having support in that journey of growing or even starting like a coaching business, is that
Yeah, like,
something that they value to
that's
reflect
the
on?
value. Yeah, absolutely. That's the value thing. You hit the nail on the head, because, like, really, and folks, like, do a little experiment, right? Like, um if you are interested in self growth, right, and self development, and you're struggling with investing in yourself, go check your bank account. Like, I don't know, like, after this live stream, during this live stream, and see your transactions, and summarize what you spent money most on. Like, is it going out? Is it, I don't know, like, is it travel? Is it recreation? Is it anything else? And that will assess your values in life. Because for me, last year, I decided to, like, hey, when when I come out with a business idea, like I want to help people, I want to have larger income or a larger income and larger impact as well. But I certainly started my coaching program for the impact. But I quickly realized, like after working with my very, very, very first coach for like $30 an hour, or $30 a session rather, and the session was like I think like anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. I realized that if I want results, I should stop qualifying my mentors by the price tag. I should start qualifying my mentors by where I want to be and are they there yet? And if they are not there yet, or if they're not providing the results that I'm looking for, like I don't need to invest. And I made significant investments last year in myself, and I would argue this is because I'm still here. Like this is exactly the reason I'm still here. Like it's being comfortable with uncomfortable. So and a lot of people say, well, to start your business, you should invest. So where there are a few things that you can invest your first K, like well, like the first K, like the first 10K or whatever. Actually, like Alex Hermosi posted something similar. He said, like, where should you invest your like first 10K, like if you're running your business? And he said, invest in your education and then work until it works. Work until it works. Work it until it works. And this is exactly what I did. Like I invested in my education and I keep working until it works because your business always works. Sometimes it works on you and helping you to become a better entrepreneur, a better person to succeed in your business. And when you are, it works for you. You have income, you have clients, and you have larger impact.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like the price point really, that's an additional motivator. Like, cause
Yes.
if let's say you buy something for like $25 versus paying, I don't know, 250 for it. You will value it a lot more depending on the price point.
Mm-hmm.
Because if like, I don't know, 3 months later, someone's like throw away the thing you bought for $25 versus throw away the thing you bought for, I don't know, 200, $2,000, then you're gonna have a very different reaction.
Yes. Because like, hey, me paying for my business coaching program 9K, right? My last coaching program, like I will make sure that I'm following the curriculum. I'm doing that I need to do that I need to be doing. I will be on every single Zoom call and my hand will be raised every single time because listen, I need return on investment. I am working until it works because like
Mhm.
it works. It always works. It's just the tenacity and their consistency and their persistence. So, um, for our viewers, like what advice would you give them when like they're considering either betting on their career or betting on their business? So, what advice would you give them?
Um, to stay flexible, like don't tunnel vision too much into like well, not that don't tunnel vision because having like a clear, concise path is important, but it's always good to at least question because you never want to go too far down the wrong path and then you're not even where you wanted to be in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, stay flexible, and then the second thing is um, don't be scared to invest in yourself because
Yes.
every time I've done it, it's paid off, and it's like a leap of faith that you have to take.
Mm-hmm.
But I found like in life, like the leaps of faith have kind of been the most fruitful.
Yes. Listen, and it's okay to say, "Hey, I'm a little scared to invest in myself and bet on myself because this is scary. Like this is every single time I have to invest in myself, in my education, in my like you said, to take that leap of faith. I'm scared too. Like it gets a little bit easier because I know that it's going to work. I know I'm going to get my return on investment. Um, but that feeling, that uncomfortable feeling, it never goes away. And if you want to be successful in life, no matter if you're an entrepreneur or not, if you just want to have your successful career, or if you want to transform your career into your business, you got to get comfortable with uncomfortable. Because, like, when you get cozy, when you get comfortable, you stop growing right there and then. Like, it
True.
is what it is. And that's probably why I decided to build my business, because I got comfortable in tech. I'm like, listen, like, I have no problem landing jobs. I have no problem like claim corporate ladder. So like, I'm kind of, and after being comfortable for a year, probably a year in few months, I'm like, you know what? I need to do something better. I need to do something bigger. Why do I build my business? Because like I can go to like C suite and like go like higher heights, but like, you know what? Like, I want to see the impact. I want to be of service. I want to, and I want to see what kind of impact I will bring to this world with me and with my services, with my knowledge. So, so before we close out, I do have an invitation for my audience and for my viewers. I so for software developers, right? If you are like into mentorship, if you are into like consulting, freelancing, if you have that entrepreneurial spirit in you, and but you still in your like corporate job, or um you like you still in that building phase, I have an invitation for you for my coaching program. And it, for to work with me as a business coach, right? You gotta have your offer, right? Like, you have to, like, either it is a course, either it is your consulting business, either it is your like your freelancing business, right? And for my software developers, for my tech professionals, like, I have a combo. You're gonna get two programs for the price of one, and you have access to both. And in my pilot program for entrepreneurs, we work one on one. We go through the fundamentals, and you're more than welcome to participate in join Career Legacy as well. And for you, and for actually my other client, he always like attends Career Legacy calls, because it is such a beneficial add-on. Because you it's not just about, like, it's not just about resume, it's not just about LinkedIn, it's not just about like apply or not apply for jobs. Again, it's building your legacy. And if you are that software developer, I have an invitation for you for my combo offer, like two program. Like, one is Career Legacy, is fully curriculum based, like it's fully fleshed out, fully worked out group coaching program, amazing community. And my coaching program for entrepreneur, it's a pilot program. You're gonna work one-on-one with me. And I do have a curriculum, and I'm working on finalizing curriculum. I'm going to be posting more firm curriculum here soon. And after that, well, I'm probably going to transitioning into group as well. But hey, like, my invitation for you, like, if you're interested, send me a DM, and you can absolutely have two for the price of one. And we can just go ahead and get going. So, any final words for my audience, for your audience, because I think your people might be like watching us too. So, any final word?
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I don't know if there's comments. I can't see them here. That's why I dropped. Well, I accidentally clicked the button and I dropped off earlier. But final words. Thank you again for having me. It was a blast being on the show. And if anybody watching is an aspiring iOS developer or interested in becoming an iOS developer, connect with me on LinkedIn or go to breakintoios.com. I'm currently launching the second cohort where I'm opening slots for two more aspiring iOS developers who are looking to break into tech. And yeah, so apply to iOS.com. I mean, breaking iOS.com, sorry. And yeah, that's the final words.
Yeah,
Thank you
like,
again,
well,
Eugene.
yeah, like, thank you for being on the show. It was absolutely blast. And yes, because sometimes, like once in a while, in my audience, I have people who are uh, like truly aspiring, like iOS developers. Like they never had a tech job before, but they had a few projects. So like Jason might be your guy because like in my career coaching program, I will teach you how to be industry expert. But like we talk about technology and we talk about technical questions. But if you need to learn how to build that app, if you need that knowledge, build your first app and like launch it to App Store and have that um, proven experience that you can build iOS apps. So, like, listen, Jason, I wish I had you when I was transitioning into iOS development because this is what I needed. Like, I needed somebody to build an app with me and kind of like show me around and without spending like $15,000 on a boot camp because I like no, like I can build a weather app myself, like using YouTube, but like I really need another person, like, because it's always easier to go with someone like on this path rather than go it by yourself.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Y'all, I will see you later. If you want to work with me, set me an DM. And especially if you're a software engineer, like I can definitely offer you like a combo offer and bet on yourself and get comfortable with and comfortable. All right.
Sure.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.